Hello, 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 hello. What's up, good peoples? We are back. I am so lucky and blessed to be with you all one more Saturday. I hope all is well. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're happy. And most importantly, it's Saturday. Ain't nothing like coming off a long week of doing absolutely everything to absolutely doing nothing. I am good, Miss Erotic, Miss Joy. I'm gonna need your autograph one of these days. Salutes to everybody in the live, man. I'm so happy to see y'all, man. One more day. We are back with minds and imaginations. You should know me. If you don't, get to know me. It's your boy Deep Entropy, last of a writer's creed. Subscribe, follow the channel, YouTube, Twitter. You know where I'm at. Also, man, if you ain't checked out the merch, definitely go check that out. Oh, yeah, by the way, I gotta go ahead and put this out here too while we at it. You know, I just dropped a new little surprise for y'all on my page and whatnot. Little Marilyn Jacobs thing I got going on. I've been trying to work, you know what I mean, as far as being on my entrepreneurial stuff and getting more invested in the writing community, the world of film and screenwriting and storytelling, and I am so in a zone. Like, I could literally do this all day, every day, if this was something that was sustaining me. Yeah, but let me go ahead and bring this out real quick. Give me a second, because I said that I was going to talk about this a little bit, and we do got some time right now before my guest of the hour comes on. If you ain't checked out Escape Window, definitely go check that out, man. Salutes to everybody who was a part of that project. It was fire. I loved every minute of it from start to finish. We're getting ready to work on something else that's coming out next year. The disappearance of Penelope Stokes, a crime. It's going to be another one of those ones, man. I'm really just looking forward to it. I can't wait to get to the writing process and just seeing how everything unfolds with this, man. The journey is such a blessing and an honor, man. Shout outs to all of them. But yeah, so let me go ahead and run this back real quick. The other day, I uploaded a image of a necklace. Marilyn Jacobs is a part of LOWC. This is the first piece of hopefully more. And I wanted to do something extremely special with this. So give me a second. So first of all, I want to say, Ms. Joy, I've watched that over 20 times. Just the sheer process of hearing everyone's voices come to life with the music and the images was just everything to me, man. So first I want to shout out Melanie Marie. This was a site that I looked into the last couple weeks because I wanted to step my clothing line up. I wanted to step my drip game up. I wanted to take that to a whole nother level. I'm not just wearing or creating urban type of clothes, but I want to create something that is classic, that is classy, that brings prestige to artists and creators. So this particular individual looked out and hooked me up with something, and I want y'all to be the first to see this. Now you saw the image of it, but I'm gonna do an actual unboxing right here live with y'all, so y'all see that I'm serious about how I'm moving. Then should I turn this around? Let me see. Maybe I should turn this around. Shout outs to Melanie Marie. Melanie Marie hooked me up with this. First ever necklace by LOWC Apparel, man. I have every intention on doing a giveaway. And I don't know the specifics on how I'm going to go about it, but the winner of this giveaway will receive the VAT necklace. So if you like what you see, you interested, hit me up. Like I said, that's the first one I ever made, but I'm gonna have more on deck. But I gotta know how my people's feeling. I don't know what I'm gonna do as far as the giveaway yet, but that's definitely going to someone. And really, I did this because I've had some folks that's really been like super supportive in every single thing that I've ever put my hands on, and I felt like this would mean something, you know. So stay on the lookout for that. Ms. Joy, I see you. For Tori Scribes, what's going on? I appreciate you for coming through. Kashi, I don't know if you're still here, but I appreciate you. Quest Reeds, if you're still in the building, let me know. That was one of my guests for today. I'm actually waiting on a few others to kick this off. But yeah, man, giveaway coming up soon. I think I'm going to announce a winner for this particular item around Thanksgiving. I think that's perfect for this. Aside from that, it's been a while since I've actually read a poem, so I think right now I'm gonna read one. Mr. Reeds, I'm going to bring you on as soon as I do this. Is that cool with you? Ah, throwback. It's been a long time since I read live. Alright. I titled this Blank. Nothing stereotyping, demeaning, exalting, involving, or evolving, just blank. Nothing thought-provoking, just me and a riotous pen and paper taking pigments of fallen sky and piercing reason together with purpose for this apprehension. Footing deep into unwavering mass, today I'm gasping in the entitlement of every survivor whose skin met their fates at the hands of an assassin's syllables. These words bear freshly printed scars, but without spiritual awareness for each phrase, a cloud hibernates in every column of my crucified hymns, and I ponder like one eating his last, hands and knees positioned to tarry faith and works against the agnostic smirk of a constipated euphemism. Fragments seep with dissonant pieces being pruned by flailing laughter and overwhelmed intercession. The days draw nigh, my mouth in drought's orifice, pen cocked ready to explode, my trench filled with limbs of crippled words swallowed whole and rotted dry, desecrated verbs with nothing left to live for except the promise the next person that permits my fingers to stalk their way down their spine won't utter a single vowel. Ha. It felt good. It felt good. I ain't gonna hold you. It's been a minute since I read something live like that. I had to get some of that rust off me. I appreciate that though. I had to usher the energy in. You know what I'm saying? Cause this next artist I'm about to bring on, we've been keeping in contact, but stuff just been here and there. But I finally get a chance to bring him in. That's Mr. Broderick. I gotta get one from you. Matter of fact, I gotta get one from a few people up in here, man. But yeah. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and bring my man in here, Mr. Quest Reeves. I miss doing open mics. I miss hearing the literary word and phrases be brought to life by people, man. Leaf in the Winds, what's up? What's going on? If you missed it, I'm doing a giveaway on Thanksgiving. What's up? What's up, King?
Yeah, man, I'm sorry to actually show my face, man. I didn't have a mask. I was looking for one, man. I need to get one though. I need to get one.
Hey, man, it's an honor. It's an honor and pleasure, man. I know how you felt about doing the whole, facial appearance thing, but I appreciate you for stepping out your zone to do this with us, man.
Hey, man, I just appreciate the opportunity, man. Thank you for having me on.
Hey, look, I'm one of those people that you don't get to do this type of stuff every day. You know, some people get to go to Paris. Some people get to ride jet skis and do all of this. There's just certain things that I do not want to regret. This is one of those experiences. So thank you for hanging out with us.
Hey, I'm happy to be here, man. Thank you. Thank you for having me, man. You're right. I mean, people don't get to experience and do everything that they want to do. So it's good that we're getting out here and doing shit that we want to do. You know, you only got one life to live. So, yeah.
That is a fact. That is a fact. So what's going on, my brother? How you feeling this weekend? How's your week been?
Oh man, my week has been good. You know, just school. It's my last semester of college and whatnot. So, you know, just tired. But you know, I'm gonna get through it. You know, work. Yeah, I do a lot of reading because I'm an editor and whatnot. So it's just a lot of reading. But you know, it's the climate. It's what I want to do with my life. So, you know, just trying to habituate, you know, being able to read these things. So it just comes easier, you know, the longer I live and go down the line, you know, just trying to become a master at my craft. It takes like 5,000 hours or some shit like that. I read to become a master at something. So, you know, you got to start early and you got to just evolve your whole life around the stuff that you want to do. So, you know, that's kind of what I'm doing right now.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And you say this is your last semester?
Yeah, it's my last semester. Well, at least for my undergrad, I want to go all the way and get my doctorate at least, you know. So for English, yeah, I'm trying to be an editor, writer, / all types of stuff, kind of. Kind of didn't really pinpoint everything yet.
Right, because you never really know until you just know, right?
Right, yeah,
like,
you're right.
You can have 5 different ideas, but it's not until one just clicks with So, hey, whichever one you decide to go with, man, go all in.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's just with anybody, I feel like everybody has, you know, different dreams and ambitions and whatnot. But I also feel like you got to be able to pinpoint exactly what you want to do and just go from there. Like at first I thought like, you know, it's kind of good to be a jack of all trades, you know, kind of be good at everything. But it's really like, nah, man, you got to focus on one thing and go at it and try to be the best that you can be at that, you know. Maybe not particularly be better than everybody else, but, you know, be the best version of, you know, of yourself and what you can be, you know, because it's really just about you at the end of the day. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend that for everybody. You know, just get good at one thing. That's why I stopped worrying about math. I'm really bad at math.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah.
Hey, to be honest with you, as far as school was concerned, biology was my thing. PE wasn't really my thing. I liked PE just because, you know, the girls and stuff like that. But outside of that, let's see, biology, botany, history was okay. Math was not really my strong suit, but
right, yeah.
I agree with you. You know, when you say you have to pinpoint, how long did you automatically know what field you're going in, or did you have to go through a number of different subjects, ideas, topics before you found what you really wanted?
Well, I mean, I want to say I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do. I've kind of always, from the beginning, just as long as I can remember, I've really enjoyed storytelling and writing and things like that. But I really got into writing poetry and things in high school. But even then, it wasn't particularly, I didn't pinpoint exactly what I wanted to write about. You know, I was just writing about a whole bunch of different things, you know, not particular things. But, you know, as I got into college and, you know, started learning all these different things and kind of figured out what I wanted to do, I kind of realized the type of things that I wanted to write. And that's kind of where I am now. I'm still kind of trying to figure it out, but I'm pinpointing more to what I want to do. But yeah, I would say I've always enjoyed writing. I've always enjoyed telling stories or talking about stories or criticizing things, breaking them down, and trying to get to the elements of them. So yeah, I feel like English has always been something that I liked to do. Yeah.
Respect. So, who is Quest Reeds? I mean, a lot of us are fairly new to you. Some of us probably are more familiar, but for the people that's watching, who is Quest Reeds?
Well, I mean that's kind of a hard question because I mean the whole quest thing is it's like life. It's a quest. You're going through life and trying to learn and figure out who you kind of are, what everything is, and I guess it's kind of my kind of quest, and that's why I name myself that. I'm just trying to expand my horizons and things and whatnot. But I would say I'm just a man that likes to think, a man that likes to ponder and question, and I like to understand the truth. I like knowledge, man. So yeah, I would say everything that I write, it has something that has to do with thinking or something philosophical. I would say. And I also like to incorporate things with nature as well, because I feel like there's truth in nature. I feel like whatever we're going to be able to understand and figure out the world more the more that we come into contact with nature, because nature is kind of just a reflection of ourselves. So I try to write poetry that kind of gives nature this personification or kind of oneness with either man and animals, God, and everything else. So yeah, I feel like I was kind of all over the place with that, but
No, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice handle. I mean, as far as because I always wonder, with certain people, like when you have a certain stage name, does it have a meaning to it? Does it have a purpose to it, or is it just something that you randomly just titled and put to your persona as a means of just having something? I don't know, but I feel you on the whole quest thing. I definitely agree with that. When did you start writing? How long have you actually been writing, or do you have a backstory to your first story, your first poem? Like, I'm just curious.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I definitely started writing in high school around my maybe junior. I want to say maybe junior, sophomore. It was definitely junior. I want to say junior year. So yeah, it's been a while. I want to say about 6, 7 years I've been writing. So yeah, there was definitely a beginning. But the style that I'm kind of writing in now, that really didn't come into fruition until I want to say maybe 2, 3 years ago. I feel like I honed where I wanted to go right then, and that's kind of where I want to take my work now permanently. So I guess that would be the part where like I felt like, okay, I can kind of go into the professional, and show people this is exactly what I want to do. So I want to say like 3 years ago. But I mean, I also do music as well, but it's kind of a side thing. And it's not a side thing. It's a main thing, but I also, it's kind of a side thing. It's one of my many hobbies. Like, and I'm trying to pinpoint everything down. And I've been doing that for 4 or 5 years. So it's I'm trying to keep everything within writing or English, and trying to expand my horizons around everything that I'm doing, but stay in the field of English. I feel like the more that I try to learn about every other field, the better I'll get at what I'm actually trying to do. Yeah.
All right. So you say you do music. So what do you play instruments, rap, sing? I mean,
Well, I mean, I was in band, and I did play the clarinet and bass clarinet for like, say, 4 or 5 years, but I haven't played in a minute. But no, I rap, I write, and things like that. So yeah, I mean, me and my friends, we got a whole lot of tracks actually, a whole lot of projects going on. Yep, see, he plays the bass clarinet, not the bass. Well, I mean, I do play a little bit of bass, but you can't ask me to play nothing crazy because I can't do that. I'm not that good at bass. I feel like I'm all over the place again. But yeah, I rap, I write, and yeah, for
That's
music.
dope.
Yep. Yeah.
Though, is it easy? I think for real, it feels like it's more simple than trying to play the guitar.
Mm. Well, I mean, I feel like it's just a whole different type of thing, you know. I feel like it just takes a different skill set, you know. But I feel like it's equally hard or equally easy depending on who's attacking it, you know. Yeah, so I would say that. Yeah, kind of just depends on the type of person. Yeah, I would say.
That's dope, man. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask, who inspired you?
Mm. Man, I don't know. That's kind of hard. I can't outright particularly say one person inspired me. Like I have a whole different kinds of inspirations that like span from like comic books or television shows that I've seen, and you know different characters from that. Uh, Philosophers that I learned about in school. You know, people that I know. It's just a whole bunch of. I have a whole bunch of inspirations, man. That's kind of hard to go into. I feel like people should kind of not focus on like one kind of different inspirations, man. You should be able to grab from all other things, especially as a writer. When you're a writer, you want to be able to have things gravitate and come towards you so you can incorporate in the things that you want to do. So like I've never really was like, oh yeah, this is my big inspiration. Like I'm inspired by a lot of things, I would say. Mm.
It's dope. It's dope. So let me ask, um, your first performance or the first time you stood in front of someone to recite. What was that like?
Well, the first time I had to perform, well, I didn't have to perform, I chose to perform, was at my college open mic. And I shouldn't have performed that day because I didn't remember what I was saying. I was trying to memorize it the day of, and I should have practiced a whole lot. But I was like, "Fuck it, man! I'm gonna go do it anyway." So I got up on stage, and I was in the middle of the poem. And I probably could have pulled out my phone or something and read it, but I mean, I just wanted to be like a real poet, like I got this memorized in my head, But uh, yeah, no, I totally forgot the lines, and then I kind of tried to make something up for the rest of it, and it wasn't that cool. But it was really embarrassing. But nobody laughed at me or like threw eggs or tomatoes or nothing at me. So it was still a cool experience because like everybody was still cool. Everybody was like cheering me on still. It was a really positive environment, and and I think that's good because a situation like that can make or break you, and kind of turn you off to performing or writing overall. So I'm glad I had a positive experience with my first performance rather than a negative one. Could have totally changed my direction of what I want to do. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've only done it maybe 4 times and
Mm-hmm.
still not comfortable fully yet. And
Right.
I admit I still don't remember a single poem I've ever wrote. Like
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I don't know. It's something about trying to just like I can recite Tupac. I can
Mm-hmm.
recite something like that all day, but let me have to play back something that I wrote myself. I just can't,
Right.
and it's probably because I'm lazy and I'm not trying to sit there and take time and just
Mm-hmm.
remember it. But salute to you for getting up there and doing your thing, man. And that take a lot of guts, for real.
Yeah, thanks, man. And yeah, no, I totally agree, man. It's really hard to remember your own stuff, but you know, it, it's hard to remember your own stuff. It's easy to remember other people's stuff. So yeah, I totally agree. I don't know why. I guess maybe I don't know. You just have some sort of attraction to other people's things, especially stuff that you like. So you really want to like it, but maybe you just have some sort of disconnect to your own work. I don't know, because it's yours. So, you know, you don't think maybe it's perfect enough, or, you know, maybe I'm going to change it. So maybe I shouldn't remember it, or, you know, I don't know. It's kind of going into things that, I don't know. I'm just thinking and rambling, you know how that goes.
I'm gonna have to sit myself down one day and say, look, you're gonna learn this poem. You're not gonna move from this spot until you memorize it. I'm gonna have to at least try it once, because I want to be able to do that. Just to say, okay, now I'm a part of the Mile High Club. I can stand in the audience and go off the top of my head and say, and then actually perform it before having to look down constantly, you know. But how long have you been on IG?
I want to say I used to have a personal page, but of myself. I want to say maybe I started that when Instagram first came out. Yeah, so I had a personal page when it first came out. But then after a while, I was like, it's not really a point in posting pictures of yourself and, you know, all this, you know, vanity and things. You know, it's not really getting me anywhere. It's not, you know, really showing people who I really am and who I want to show to the world. It's kind of more of like trying to prove something to other people. Like, well, at least I feel that way for me when I was doing a personal one. Felt like I was trying to prove that I was, you know, living a cool life, or, you know, I was, you know, just hyping myself up for no real reason. But I wasn't really showing people who I really wanted to show them. And yeah, so I want to say I swapped to a kind of business poetry page my freshman year of college, so like 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. And yeah, since then I've just been posting poems on there. I've tried different formulas and different ways to do it, but I finally came up with like the black screen thing, and kind of doing my voiceovers over some videos, short clips with a visual. I started doing that, I want to say last year, and you know, that's where I've been going ever since. And I really like the format because it's kind of mysterious and dark, but you know, it's also a nice theme. I think it's good with that. Not a whole lot of other people are doing. So
That's dope. It's always nice to have some backstory to creators' content and your whole material and how you approach your things. Like, I always wonder, as far as how a person, or what is your purpose for being on certain platforms? Like, are you here just to get your stuff out? Are you here to vent? Are you here to heal? Are you here to help someone? Like,
man, I would say, I don't know. That's a hard question. What am I here for? I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to share my work with others and see what they thought. I guess I maybe have a community, and I also wanted to see other people's stuff. Like I had totally wiped my Instagram of, you know, a whole bunch of people that I was following, unless you were, you know, doing poetry or doing some other work. You know, if you're just posting pictures of yourself or your lifestyle or something like that, I didn't really care about that. I wanted to read other people's work. So yeah, I definitely think I'm just here to show people my stuff and see what I can, provide them, and whatever they get from that. That's what you do, because it's all about interpreting. People interpret things in different ways, so I can't really say I'm here to help people or I'm here to do that. But if my poetry helps you, then yeah, that's great. But I'm just here to be a part of a community. I would say,
I like that answer. Be a part
yeah.
of a community. I don't know if that's a lost art though. Like, do people still really understand what that means? Be a part of a like it's different. This whole poetry community is different. You still have the same kind of bumpy roads with this platform like you would anywhere else, but for the most part, like, the folks are awesome, man. You'd be surprised at how many people you come across. And I bet you've met some real decent people here over the last few years, right?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, I've met all sorts of great people. And I'm always posting works that I like on my story, because I want to promote other people. If I see something good, I want other people to see, like, yo, this is good. And from there, I've been able to talk with some people and form some friendships and whatnot, and it's been a cool experience. And it's just all out of love. I'm not really trying to, I don't have no ulterior motive or nothing like that. I'm not really trying to get, rich or nothing like that. I just want to see other people's work, and, I want people to see my work, and I want to talk about it. I just want to see new stuff. It's just like, it's the equivalency of like when you're like listening to like a rap song or something, and you hear like a metaphor or a simile like you've never heard before. And you're like, oh dang, you make the hard stank face, man. It's just like that with poetry. It's like, oh, I've never seen like a personification like that. I've never seen someone use an image like this when referring to this, and that's interesting. That's what I really live for. I just wanted to see it evolve,
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. I love that. Like, when you hear someone just whether you reading it or you hear it, and you just hear that one thing that just sets you off, and you just get stuck, that stuck face, and he's like, yeah, that was it right there. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into you a little bit more. I love that.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of that here, a lot of that. I think that's one of the main reasons why I like doing these lives. Before I even was doing these, I wasn't even thinking about it. But the pandemic hit, and they closed the whole poetry lounge in person thing. So I was just like, you know what? Why not try to bring it back over here? I see other people doing it. Why not?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I totally agree with you. Yeah, why not? I mean, if they can do it, I mean, I can do it too. I can jump in, and maybe I might end up being better than them. I don't know, man. But you got to take that opportunity for yourself. If you never take that opportunity, you're gonna be looking back and being like, what if? You never want to go what if.
Yeah. So, before we conclude, like, do you have anything that you might want to read, or any final thoughts to the people before we close out? Because I do have someone I want to bring on, but I want to give you the opportunity to do whatever you want to do in this allotted time to get your stuff off. You know what I mean? Because I'm yeah.
Well, I mean, I got a couple of poems here that I could read for you guys. Just show you a little bit of what I do. Some of these poems are up on my page already. Some of them are not. So, it's kind of a cool little treat if you like this. If you don't like this, then it's going to be kind of a boring couple seconds. But, they're all short poems. All right. Like bite-sized small poems. Kind of just want to make you think. Just a little quick little thought provoking kind of thing. See, I'll read a couple of them. There's something familiar about this fall shower that surrounds me, much like a lost friend. It's one of them. This next one is about being in a grave. Yeah. So in the grave, man grabs a garish gander at the great unknown. So, it's about, looking across, the lines. See, it's kind of weird to read poems that are like really short. Just like, man, people are thinking like, man, is that it? Or it's like, I don't know. So I feel like it's better when you're posting it like on my Instagram and it's bite size. But, I still got a few more and I'll read them. So, yeah. Here's the next one. A warm front wanders from the shore to the sand, a firm hand on my shoulder. So, yeah, it's like the warm wind from the shore or beach. It's kind of like a warm hand.